How's it going, guys? Aches here, captain of Team Leverage, Quantic Leverage. What is going on? 5 months, I think, since we have posted a video on this YouTube. Well, who are we? Like, we don't do that. Come on. So I just want to let you guys know, we are back in the YouTube game. We're gonna have tons of content posted on this channel and Quantic Media. So please follow or subscribe to Quantic Media on YouTube and Twitter and all that good stuff, because we are gonna be posting tons of Call of Duty content, mainly team scrims, maybe a couple gameplay breakdowns, live call outs, stuff like that. So right now I just want to let you guys know where we've been, really. So most of you do know that we won MLG Dallas, which was the tournament right after 25K, which is when we stopped posting on YouTube. And so we won Dallas. After Dallas, we didn't lose Columbus, but we got 4th. Made a roster change. We got rid of Bobby. We picked up Proofy, which at the time was a really good move, and we placed 1st in Anaheim. Now we went the same roster into Raleigh, and we got 6th. That was very disappointing. Another roster change happened. We now have Fears, who I know you guys remember because he was on our 25K team, and we posted tons of content with him in this YouTube channel. And so we are back. It's me, TP, Fears, and Scumpy. We are looking really good for Orlando, which is the next event. I think we're all excited. I can't wait to play it next week. It's actually in 3 days, guys. 3 days we'll be going to Orlando. And, so check in at MLG.TV. Watch all that good gameplay down there in Orlando, Florida for the 5th MLG event. It won right before Nationals. It's going to be Providence next month. So, yeah. So on Twitter, I asked you guys about, maybe an hour ago to ask me some questions. Kind of like a Q&A, kind of intro vid back into YouTube. So I'm going to be answering some of those. If you don't follow me on Twitter, please do. It's LVG_Aches. By the way, this is a gameplay of us versus EON India. This is my POV on the first side, and on the second side, when halftime, you're going to see Scump's POV. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into some of these YouTube questions. I might be kind of slow because, people like to ask bad questions, good questions, so I'm going to answer the ones I see. And let's start with the first couple. My favorite FAMAS reticle and camo. I like the ice camo, and then if you guys do watch my live stream, you'll see that I switch reticles more than any pro, I believe. I use lines with dot, regular dot, X, heart, arrows with dot. I use so much, so I can't really specify my favorite reticle. Another question is, what are you gonna do when you stop playing MLG? That is a really good question, guys. I'm a senior in high school. I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do when I go to college. I don't know when I'm gonna stop playing MLG. I can guarantee it'll be within the next 2-3 years, definitely. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do after. That's a really good question I need to think about personally. What is the main attribute of being a successful team? There's so many that you have to think about when you want to be a successful team. There's professionalism, there's practice, there's when you get on to scrim with your team, guys, you have to be wanting to scrim. You can't just be like, oh, why am I on, this is boring. You have to practice, because if you're just there just dragging everybody behind, you're going to become a dead weight, and you're going to get on your team's nerves, and you're not going to be successful, guys. So every member of your team needs to be willing to play, willing to practice, willing to want to get better. So another question here we have, which is, I like this one. How do you find teammates that were as good as you and wanted to travel to become pro? For me, it was a lot easier because I found my favorite teammate, which is TP, in Modern Warfare 2, and I had already achieved pro status. But for the amateur players out there, which I know most of you are listening to this video, how do you find the teammates that are maybe not as good as you, but wanting to become pro? You need to find that one guy. This is what I preach on. You need to find the one guy. All you need is one guy. Mine was TP. But that one guy, won't leave you for any bull crap. He'll be there for you, and he'll I don't want to say be hard on you, but push you to become better, even if you are better than him. You need someone that's just there for you, that's going to be kind of like your best friend. If you find that best friend, that one best friend that you can put on your team, and you guys can find two or find one or find what you need to do. Coming into traveling, that's just you guys want dedication and want to become pros. I got another question. What got me into competitive gaming, and what are my tips for people trying to break into the scene and trying to make a name? What got me into competitive gaming? I started in Halo 2 when I found out about MLG. So that was where my roots are, and then I kind of just transferred to Call of Duty 4 and like found out about the COD 4 community. So I didn't really get into competitive gaming. I just played Halo 2, and Halo 2 was really popular with MLG, and I just found out about it through there. And then I switched over to COD 4 and met everybody, and wanted to compete there. My tips for people trying to break into the scene: guys, just practice. Go to these events. Show that. I think it was Mochilla, Brock. I think it was A4V. These guys were an AM team. No one knew like what they would do. They'd never been to an event. They were a West Coast team. They showed up and got like top 8. Anybody can do that, guys. You just got to be wanting to do that and willing to scrim and do what you got to do. I got another question here. What do you think about Deserto in the European community? And would you like to see the same rule set for US and Europe in Modern Warfare 3? Deserto, I love what they're doing. It's great. I'm not a big fan of the flashbang, but their weapon system I feel is really balanced. Would I like to see a universal rule set? Definitely, because the universal rule set means bigger tournaments where maybe they're not just in North America. Those tournaments could be in Brazil or Japan or Europe. I want to see a universal rule set for Call of Duty, and I think that'll make the game the most competitive. I got another question. Am I playing Modern Warfare 3 competitively? Yes, I am playing Modern Warfare 3 competitively. I will be playing with my team, Leverage. The roster isn't set yet. I just know it's going to be similar to what we have now and build on it. Another question is, when did I start competitive gaming? I started back in 2005, I believe, for Halo 2, maybe 2006. And then I played like a year, and then later on I came to Call of Duty 4, which was like 2007 winter, something like that. Yeah, so I started back in 2006, 2007. My biggest threat at Orlando in prediction for top 4. Our biggest threat right now, I want to say either Optic or IXI. That's who I'm looking at right now. My top 4, us, Optic, Fear, and Envy or IXI. My top 4 as of right now. What am I most excited for about Modern Warfare 3? I would have to say it's using the Modern Warfare 2 engine, so it's going to be more fast-paced than Black Ops, and Black Ops can get campy at times, and it's not that fun. What is my favorite montage? I really like the straight ripping Halo montage. That was probably the best montage I've ever watched, and I really enjoyed that montage. How do you think Fears will help you guys out at the next event, and is that different than all other events? Oh, okay. So Fears, he is our 25K teammate. We won the 25K online tournament. We had probably the best chemistry with Fears, and our S&D game was just really solid. I personally really enjoyed teaming with Fears because he's a very smart player. He listens, he'll do what you ask, and he won't complain. Like, Fears is that player who won't complain on your team, and he'll just do it. And so chemistry-wise and keeping us composed, I think Fears will help a lot. And bringing back our chemistry, basically what we have right now is our 25K team with Scumpy instead of Bobby. So you kind of like change around the slang power, and that's what we have now. How do I see competitive Call of Duty growing in Modern Warfare 3 outside of MLG? For example, Call of Duty XP. I heard there's going to be another Call of Duty XP, so I think Call of Duty competitive gaming will just continue growing, like just won't stop. And MLG is just one league, and there'll be more and more and more. And but as a player, guys, that's what we want the most, is for this to happen. In my opinion, who's the best overall player on Black Ops that is not on my team? I would have to say JCap. JCap's probably the most consistent player, other than, I'd say, Scump in this game. So I got a question here that says, I want to answer this though. It says, when are you going to realize kids make more money off YouTube playing pubs than competitively at events? Now this is what I have. This is what people don't understand. Pros aren't necessarily here for the money. The money is a great benefit, but that's not what we're here for. We started off, Call of Duty never had the money that Halo or, you know, StarCraft had. We're here because we want to compete against the best and we want to win. We don't want to play pubs and edit little fancy YouTube videos. I mean, that's all good in its own, but we don't want to do that. That's not really what we started for, and that's not what I want to be here for. I don't think I'd have any fun doing that. I got another question here that says, where do I see myself in the future within the gaming scene? Right now, I see myself playing 2-3 more years possibly, and then maybe go into maybe working for MLG, you know, maybe just doing my college thing and finding out what I want to do. I don't know yet. But I do see myself playing Modern Warfare 3 and possibly the game after that, but I don't really see myself playing anymore after that. I got another question here that says, where would you like to see MLG end up in the next 5 years or so? I want to see it global. I want to see it huge. Maybe not televised, because that's really hard, but I want to see it explode. You know, gaming is, you know, it's a sport in its own, but it's still something that there's a lot of, it has a big fan base, and a lot of the world doesn't see it. And so I want to see it get big. Okay, another question, last one here that says, what made you interested in playing video games, and out of all games, why Call of Duty? I started playing video games back in like on the Sega, like playing Sonic the Hedgehog with like my brother, and then got a PS2 and played like home run derbies with my brother and stuff like that. So video games were always fun, and I always played like the, you know, non-live like single player games, just like if you guys remember Dark Cloud on PS2, like Dark Cloud 1 and 2, I don't know, like those were just fun to me. Like I played with my friends, and then they were fun. So fun is what got me in, and that's why I'm here. I'm not here to make money. I'm just here to have fun and compete and win. And out of all games, why Call of Duty? I started off in Halo, and then I made a transition to Call of Duty because I kind of like the Modern Warfare type based thing. Like I like the movies with like Modern Warfare. Not really Modern Warfare, just like stuff I can relate to. And Halo isn't really stuff I can relate to. Like it's a fun game, but it's like alien, you know. So Call of Duty is just, I don't know, I like shooting an M16 because an M16 exists, if that makes sense. But yeah, so this commentary is going to run a little bit longer than the video. I can't really help with that. I'll probably just throw on a video, even though I'm commentating right now, to let you see. But I just want to talk about a few things before I end. It's probably going to be like a 15-minute long video. I mean, this is the first video introduction back to our YouTube. So, just what we got planned, guys. Me and TP both are going to continue streaming on twitch.tv/leverageakes and /leverageteep. That's TEEP. So definitely check out both of our streams, guys. We stream every night on the weekdays almost around 7ish, and possibly on the weekends around 6. And I know TP does late night pickups with viewers, so if you guys aren't following him on Twitter and you're doing the YouTube thing, and TP does a lot of pickups with, you know, followers and viewers and fans, so definitely give him a follow. Right now we're just going to continue practicing. We're going to go into Orlando strong, hope to win. And then Providence. Providence is in, I think, a month and about 6 days. And it's worth $50,000. And that's, I think, what we all have our eyes set on right now, to finish Black Ops strong with winning a national championship. Which is what I personally really want to do. I want to be a national champion. I got 2nd place last year in the Modern Warfare 2 Nationals. And I want to see myself win a national championship, especially for Black Ops, since I played it all year long. So we're gonna do a lot of content, guys. We got a lot of content coming out. We're gonna have, what I haven't told you guys about is there is a Team Leverage montage coming out. I don't know when it'll be, but there will be one. I promise you that we've already talked about it. It's already gonna happen. So as of right now, I just want to let you guys know that we are back with the YouTube. We're going to continue posting videos, and we're going to continue streaming, so follow us on Twitter, follow all this. We're going to go into Modern Warfare 3 strong, and we will have a lot of content for you guys, because I know that's what we've been lacking on this season. You know, we've been playing, and we haven't recorded and showed you guys any of it since 25K. I mean, that's 4 events of things that you guys have missed out on, and I apologize for that, and it won't happen again. So this is going to be basically the first video of a lot of videos. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching this 15-minute long video. There will be a lot more to come, and I appreciate it.
Enemy flag acquired.